So for a lot of people, they feel like the future where robots will come into our homes to help us do different works and tasks is still far away. But now Tau Robotics shows that this is very close. Of course, this robot is being teleoperated and they're collecting data from these scenarios, which they're going to use to train way more. By it coming to do tasks in your home and cleaning your home, doing this at about $30 per hour, and you can be able to book these on their website.
Check this out. A San Francisco startup is taking household chores into the future with a robot that can help clean your home. Tau Robotics is offering a humanoid robot cleaning services to selected applicants. The developer says they can clean counters, vacuum, take out the trash, and more. They cost $30 an hour, and the company says each one is remotely operated by a person. And they say the goal is for the robot to eventually be able to deep clean an entire home.
But now this data that they're collecting is going to be used to train the same robots and make them much better. You can imagine they could have been able to do this on their own from maybe their space, but now you'll be collecting data from only a specific room. But now because you want to get more information, like as much information as possible with how people's different houses look like, and when this robot is being teleoperated to move around within your house, to go to different bedrooms, move to the bathroom, this is data being collected. And for them, this is a win-win situation, because it's not like data that you're paying to collect. No, it's people who are paying you to come and collect this data. Like the people are paying you to come and collect this data. The biggest issue that has been when it comes to training robots on how they can be able to work from in people's homes and to do these chores has been that in most places, or in most cases, there is no a particular arrangement of people's houses. Everyone's house is a little bit different. Some people throw stuff on the ground. Some people, I don't know, they don't clean their house that well. Some people, their house is well arranged, but then in case others where you have children, you might have some stuff on the floor and a robot can be able to trip on it and fall down. So you need all these scenarios to train your robot with it so that it knows how this house is or how a certain house is. Now Tau Robotics is coming in. They are asking people to pay them to go and clean these houses, and now this is a situation where in a short time it gives you access to various floor plans of buildings, various arrangements of houses, and this robot is coming on with its own camera. You can even see that there's an antenna on the head. So this antenna, of course, is for it to be teleoperated remotely from their facility with ease. Now it's coming into your house, and your house is arranged differently from your neighbor's house. Like all these houses are very different, so this way they can be able to collect a lot of information or a lot of data on how the robot now can be able to move. The robot will be able also to know much better how kitchens look like, how certain living rooms look like, because now it is being exposed to a lot of this. And from a lot of people, because of excitement, you feel excited, oh my god, a robot is coming to clean my home and all that. It gives you this sort of excitement and you want to give it permission to come. So this way, for them, this is a win-win situation, of course, because for them, they're collecting this data, and it's not like the videos that they're coming to record in your house that you have a license to them. No, that is, they're the ones who are the owners of those materials. They have the copyright right to those materials, and they could want also, or maybe another company like maybe Figure or just any other company that is also trying to train their robots on how to do home chores, could reach out to them, and they could also sell these data to them again. Remember, this, of course, this will depend with the company, but it's optional to them. But they can be able to sell this data to another company as well, that again will use it to train their own AI, or they could train their own AI to be very perfect when it comes to doing home chores, and then this AI of theirs, now they can be able to sell it to other different companies now that are also working in when it comes to home related stuff. Like there's 1X, there's Figure, also Tesla also is interested in this space when it comes to robots doing chores at homes. So they could sell this to them in form of the AI itself, or you can just sell data to them. And now with all this data, in the future they'll train them and make them to be autonomous, and when they get deployed, now they could come and be able to work on their own. In regards to why this robot is wearing clothes, I have a feeling that this is just to make you feel like it is a human and not to scare you that much. It also brings this concept of comedic or funniness to it, and it makes people laugh on how it's wearing like a human and the way it is working. But by just looking at this robot, because I got some people did ask me on the email, my email is somewhere there in the description in case you want to reach out. There's some people who did ask me in the email which robot this is, and this is a Unitree robot robot, you can easily see like by just the way it is working. Also the grippers that is used, or the hand, it is using Dex 3-1. Those are just grippers. So Dex 3-1, it means it has three fingers, and it has been proven, I think this was proven by Agility Robotics, that usually robots don't need to have 5 fingers. You only need like about 3. If you have 3, you can be able to handle a lot of stuff still. But many robotics company tries to have 5 just to make it look like more like a human or stuff like that. That's why in my previous video, when I was talking about the FCC ban on Chinese robots, I said that the company which is going to be the most affected will be Unitree from China. A lot of Unitree robots are being sent to the US or have been sold to the US. The US has been like the biggest market. Now imagine a company like Tau Robotics. For them, maybe they did not have the resources to set up their own like startup for making robots. Like you have to begin from ground. You have to set up on how you can make this robot, or now you can be able to train it to walk, or now you can be able to train it maybe to move the hands. Like there's a lot of stuff that you'll have to train it from the beginning, and all this is very expensive. Now Unitree comes in, and for them, they're like, we already have a robot that can be able to walk, to run, can be able to fight, to do this. Now for you, all you have to do when you're buying it and you go and you put your AI system on it, or you can train your AI things on it. And for Tau Robotics, for them, they only want to train their robots be able to handle tasks when it comes to home environments, like doing cleanliness and all that. They can only go and train their robots on how to do how to do home related tasks. And this way it makes it very cheap for them compared to if they were now to start building a robotic startup from the beginning. But given that now they have banned these for the future, companies now, I think going forward they will maybe have to source from either Agility Robotics or either Boston Dynamics in case you want to do something like that. But there's been this issue that some of these American made robots, they're way expensive in case you want to use them for like a simple tasks as this. So for Tau Robotics, I think in this way they are trying to solve one of the biggest issue in terms of cost. For many companies right now, or many AI labs that are trying to train AIs on how to do different scenarios or different tasks, they're paying a lot of money to other companies in like factories, people to wear cameras and collect this data. Then this data is used to train the AI, and especially this is happening in India. But now for what Tau Robotics is doing, I think for it now, the only cost that it is getting is buying these robots. Then once you buy the robots, you have to pay now the teleoperators. But now it's not like you're spending your own money again, because now you're cleaning for people and people have to pay you $30 per hour. So if you imagine $30 per hour, and maybe the person who is teleoperating this thing is going to be paid maybe around 20, you never know. I don't know that price though. They are able to collect as much data as they can, and still they're able to pay the people who are teleoperating these machines, and still they can get some sort of return on investment on it. Because given that these are robots which can be able to be trained, the G1 version that is able to be trained, usually this is very expensive. It's not the 16,000 model, or now it has gone the price down to a little bit, I think about 12,000. These ones that can be trained, they're usually way more expensive. And in fact, if you wanted to have again hands that can be able to move, or the grippers like these Dex 3-1 grippers, they're usually a little bit way more expensive, and you can get their prices in the US. There's this place that sells them, you can get their prices there.
An entire home.
I'm sorry, at the end here, did he drive himself there?
That I don't know. There's still a lot of questions I have.
There's a lot of questions here. I don't like that.
I stopped at $30.
Yeah. Also, like the fact that someone else is controlling it already anyway, like why not just have someone real come to
That
your
looks
home?
like a person in a suit. At least that's my opinion.
It gives that vibe, right?
Yep.